Hello, I'm AeroSquids, and in this video, I'll be showing you how to make a floating island in Minecraft. Let's go! So, what blocks will you need? So for this floating island, we're going to use a combination of stone, andesite, thyrite, water, and natural blocks. By this I just mean leaves, saplings, grass, anything that you might find in nature. So to start off, you're going to need to build up a lot of blocks. I usually like to go at least 30. And then once you get as high as you want, then you're going to have to build over to where you want to be over. So for example, I want to build mine over the ocean, so I'm going to have to build up as much blocks as I want and then start building over there. So once you've built out to where you want to be, you're going to have to build up one stone block. This is just going to be the center of your build, the very bottom of your island. From there, you have to place one stone block here and another right on top of it. Break the bottom one and start building a square around that center block. One block up and one block to the side. When you're done that, it should look like this. Now we're just going to want to keep on expanding this out until we get to the height that we want. But wait, if we just keep doing this, then at the end, our island is just going to be a giant old square. We don't want that. What we want is it to look nice and organic. So we're going to have to make it a little bit more varied. What I mean by that is instead of just building a square, we might have to go out a few extra blocks here, and then go in a few here, and add in some diagonals, and pretty much just make it look more interesting than a square. So once you're done building out that initial loop, you're probably going to notice that there's a lot of holes in the ground, like right here and right here. What you're going to need to do to fix that is place blocks under it like this. But also, what you're going to need to do is you have to also place some blocks on the top layer, like this. This makes it look a lot more interesting from the ground, especially when you vary it up nicely. When you're done doing that, then what you need to do is expand this loop. One block up and one block out. So you need to place a block like that, go up, and follow the loop all the way around. So once you're done doing that, you're going to want to repeat that process a bunch more times. It could be anywhere from 2 to 50 if you really wanted your island to be that big. I'm probably just going to do the process 2 or 3 more times because I don't really want a big island. I just want a little small one. So once you've done building up all of the stone, you're going to want to cover the entire island with grass blocks. So once you've done placing all of these grass blocks, you could just go back down and call it a day. But me, I don't really like this transition that we have from the grass blocks just straight down to the stone. So what I want to do is I'm just going to change some of these stone blocks to dirt blocks. That kind of makes it look like there's more of a transition and that it's not just a straight line. But with this, you really want to try to avoid making any patterns with it, like going one block on and one block off. You want to try to have it really be random, because then it really does make it look nicer. So once you're done doing all of this, you still might not like how it looks. So what you want to do, if you're one of those people who wants the transition to be even better, is you're going to want to place grass blocks along the edge, similar to the way that you placed all these stone. So you're just going to need to go all the way around, placing these grass blocks. And once you've done that, it really does help make it look a little bit better, especially from underneath. So once you've done placing in all of this grass and dirt, you're going to want to build a river. So to start out to build the river, you just need to punch in a little line out of the grass blocks so that it can be like a little river. But one thing that you do have to do is you have to make sure that the water has a way to go through all the way. So for example, this wouldn't do, because if we placed water here, the water would not be able to get over there. So we have to do at least one block wide throughout the entire thing. So once you've punched out the whole river, you might want to make it wider. I like to do this at least. I think it makes the rivers look a lot more whole and less just like a tiny little trickle. So now that I've done that, I'd say I'm pretty satisfied with this river. So now what I need to do, I need to go underneath the river by one block and place in blocks. It could be dirt, probably it's going to be dirt, but you could do stone or really any block that you want to, you could place under here. This just makes sure that the water doesn't flow into here, because if you can see down there, it just makes the whole thing look a little bit messy. We want to keep this island looking pretty clean. So once you have your outline for your river made, you have to get a water bucket and just fill in every single hole, every single block that's one down, and place a water there. And you want to keep doing this until every single block is a source block. And for those of you who don't know what that means, a source block is a flat water block. So you just keep placing in those water buckets until everything is flat. Everything that you want to be flat. If you want to give your river a little flowing effect, that's okay. Now, I'm pretty satisfied with this river, so I'm gonna call this river done. So once you're done building your river, the next thing that you're gonna have to do is, The next thing that you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to build a tree. Or in my case, I'm not actually gonna be building a tree. I'm just gonna be placing some dark oak saplings and bone mealing them so that they grow into a big tree. Just like that. And I think this tree looks pretty nice, so I'm gonna keep it. Then also, I'm just gonna go around bone mealing the ground in certain places to add the little ferns and the grass. I think this makes it look pretty nice, and it's a pretty simple thing to do also. From there, you're really almost done. The only thing that you have to do is go to your underside, and if you're in survival mode and you can't fly, this will be pretty challenging, but I think you can do it. And you're going to have to replace some of the stone blocks with thyrite and andesite. So you just go around replacing whichever blocks you want to make it feel as if this literally came out of the Minecraft ground. And once you're done that, you're going to be done the entire island. So that was my floating island tutorial. I think this thing looks pretty nice, and it would be a great addition to any Minecraft world. Well, I've been AeroSquids, and I hope you enjoyed.